because he's joining us today from Awapuni, where he's got a really nice book of rides. My gift not among them. What happened there, Robbie? What, you weren't on the phone quick enough?
Well, I might have to have a word to my manager about that, Aiden. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Well, hopefully you can find us another gift through the day. Obviously, the feature there today is the Group 3 and the metric mile. I guess there's a few horses here that you do have a little bit of, a bit of loyalty to. I know you're an authentic paddy man from a long time back, but you're sticking with Mauna Kea, who's been racing really well. How are you assessing the race?
Well, look, pretty much what you fellas said this morning. Look, to be honest, there's 3 or 4 that can win the race, and I'm definitely one of them. It's a really good competitive race, this. And I think what it's going to boil down to, who gets the best run and who handles the puggy track.
Yeah, okay. The Mauna Kea, it seems to be going really well. And didn't he give you something at Hastings in the closing stages last time out in a race that really was sort of favoured to those horses on speed? We've got Cutter Deal, who's a contender in the next Group 1. He just really seemed to grind out a nice fifth in this race, Robbie.
Well, he sort of raced on a track that wasn't suited for his liking. And to be fair, he probably rounded the race off better than anything. So I was really pleased with the run. The idea was, the reason why I rode him that day was this was the race that he's been aimed at.
Yeah.
And we were hoping for a wet track, which we're going to get today. And everything sort of slotted in because there was a 3-race plan for him. And I think he's going to be very hard to beat today.
He's won 5 of 10 on heavy track conditions, but you've drawn 2. How do you play it tactically?
Well, tactically, you think the Bandito will go forward, and I should be able to trail or just sit outside him. Look, there's a couple of those authentic paddy will be thereabouts, but there's a couple that'll get back a little bit, like Des might race midfield or worse than midfield, Rosewood, and, Art Dacre, she's got a wide draw, she's got a sloth in. So it's going to be dictated by the Bandito, which Holly's on top. So now what I have to do is work out what tempo we do, because I'm the one that's going to be sitting second or third, or if I am second, whether or not to go a little bit quicker, to push pressure on her to go a little bit quicker, or whether I'm happy with that sort of pace. So, it's going to be a little bit tactical.
Yeah, sure. Well, how are you assessing your chances? Are you a winning prospect here?
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. Look, I think his form, his last 4 starts have been terrific. He won nice at, nice, he just got up at Otaki, and then he went to a very good track at Hastings and was more than competitive on a track that he hasn't had a lot of form on or raced on. And I think today he's ready for the mile, and he's ready to rock and roll.
Who's the hardest to beat in your mind in this one?
Oh, look, Hayden, you're probably a better judge than me because you've got a lot of good jockeys that you get the rides for. So, I don't know. Look, Des is fresh up, like from a campaign down south. I know he's had a jump out at Hastings. He could be a little bit vulnerable. Especially on this type of track, because it's going to be hard work. It might not be deep, but it's going to be puggy. Look, Art Dacre, what has she done wrong? She's done nothing wrong, but again, like, she's just gone up in the weights, like they're not claiming, so, that plays a wee part. Rosewood, well, again, she's another horse that she never has a really easy run. Like, all of races are hard-fought runs. Like, she's always had to do the hard work from coming from back and ridden right to the line. So I'm going to have an economical run, and, I think I'm a very good chap.
Liking that confidence, and a bit of a shout-out for your old mate too, Authentic Paddy, having start 100 this weekend, and, of course, you've been with him. Well, you must have been just about more than half of those, wouldn't you?
I'd be 3/4 of them.
Yeah. Yep.
Big shout out to Paddy. Look, I hope he goes really well. And as I said, the reason why I'm not riding him, because this Mauna Kea, it was a 3-race plan, and my manager and I said we'll just stick with him and hope for a wet track in the Group 3 today, which it has. Paddy's still going to go an honest race, and he never gives in, but he's going to find it a little bit harder than most.
Yep, fair call too. Let's take you earlier in the program here, Robbie, and you've got Deerfield dropping back from the Group 1 Tarzino. Obviously, it was a race where we saw some very, very good horses at weight for age level. Back into 82 company in a handicap here. You've got a speed influence in the race. What are you thinking in this one?
Well, look, Aidan, Deerfield, look, the owners wanted to run in the Group 1. Good on them. He got in the field. Probably would have been better if he didn't get in, but he got in anyway. And look, he ran his usual race. Like he's pretty much one-dimensional. He's either in front or on pace runner, and that was probably just a little bit tough for him at this stage. And
cool.
So today, you'll find that Miss Lizzie is carrying a lot more weight. So the weight difference between the two is not going to be a lot. I know she beat him by about 5 lengths the other day, but you watch that race again, and I've actually lost the length by trying to trail, and I've taken a bit of speed off him, which I'm not going to do today. And I think that's cost me at least a length, maybe 2 lengths. So if you even up the weights, and, I know Secret Squirrel at one at Waverley, but that's backing up, So, I think Deerfield's a nice chance as well.
Okay, like that. On to race 5 where you team up with Rock Island Line. Last start second at New Plymouth was encouraging. How are you rating the chances of this one, Rob?
Well, again, look, he hit the front halfway down, and he's probably just peaked on his run. So, and I think the 1300 today is going to suit him down to the ground, and he's got no problem with the track either. So, he's really a live chance today.
Yeah, in the Go Racing colours there, as we see. Let's move you forward nonetheless to race 6 and Vittori Otto, who's this horse has been knocking on the door. It looks as though it's in fact that one's come out, so we'll just move you on to Mohaka race 8. This horse running third at Hastings last time out. What's the word? How's the horse come on?
Mohika? Well, I spoke to a guy the other day, and he's really happy with her. She over-raced a little bit. Look, I've punched her out the gates and put her in the trail, and she just over-raced slightly. And she was still in a bit of a fresh state because she was supposed to actually go to Taupo. Well, she did go to Taupo. I weighed out, and the races were called off. So she was probably just a run short for that mile. So today, look, all things going well, I think she'll be, again, I sound like a broken record, very hard to beat.
Well, it seems to me like you got a decent book of rides. Yeah, really hit the line nicely up the inside there before being run over by the stablemate Atlanta Peach late in the day. Of your rides through the day, Robert, who's the one that you're most looking forward to?
Well, I'm probably going to go for the hardest race and the biggest race on the day. I think Monacare's got to be my best ride. Okay,
liking that. Are you going to declare it like you did with my gift, or are we just going to play this one?
Look, I wish I could, but I'm talking in a Group 3. Who labels horses in Group 3?